Another light from Klarus. Today I've got the XT21C. There you can see it right there. I have previously reviewed the XT2CR. They are similar type lights. They both have the same 5th generation tail button. They both have this main button and then a mode button here. It's a really nice tail switch. And you can see ballpark similar size, but you can see the XT21C is definitely the larger of the two. So this light, something you could carry in your pocket. It is a little bit larger than hand-sized. Retail price on this is $104.95, but I have seen it on Amazon for like $85 or so. I'll put some links down below. You can check that out, maybe find a little better deals on this. This light, just to get over some of the basics, it comes with a rechargeable 5,000 milliamp hour battery. We'll take a look at that. Puts out up to 3,200 lumens, and they say it will throw that up to 324 meters. We'll take that outside, have a look at that as well. Comparison to this one, it's about 1,000 lumens brighter. It is larger, it has a larger battery, so you're going to get some increased benefits for that larger size, some trade-offs kind of depending on what you want to carry and how much your pocket can tolerate it. But otherwise, they effectively have pretty much the same user interface, same tail button, same pretty much all that stuff. But anyway, we're gonna talk about the XT21C in this video. The box it comes in, picture of the light on the box. Is it life size? No, it is not, but it's a picture of what you get. Some other stuff on the side of the box, some specifics, and some information on the back, which of course we're gonna cover here. But as I mentioned, 3,200 lumens, it has a 1-inch diameter head, has a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It's a 21700, which is rechargeable. We'll talk about that, and let's get a look now at the light itself. Looking at the light starting in back, it does have their 5th generation tail button, and that has a main switch here and a mode switch. And I'll go over the user interface in a little bit, but it is nice having kind of all the switches right on the back here. There's no side mode switch, so everything is controlled with holding it like this, with kind of rocking your thumb back and forth. You can see like that. Taking that tail cap off, there is a little battery protector when you first get it, so make sure you take that off. Inside here, there is the Klarus 5,000 milliamp hour 21700 battery, and as mentioned, this is rechargeable. Some O-rings here. This is IPX8 rated, and speaking of O-rings, this does come with a lanyard and some extra O-rings, and of course, in case anyone is short on these, a USB-C cable for charging it. The pocket clip here is removable, and the pocket clip is under a relatively smooth area here, so this is going to go into your pocket nice and easy. It is, again, a little bit large in your pocket because of the head, but depending on what you're wearing, it would be potentially tolerable. But I do like the pocket clip. Nice design there, not over some rough stuff, and there's some space here to get that in your pocket, or it just comes off if you don't like using a pocket clip. Forward of that, XT21C there, Klarus there, and then on into the head. The head is a crenellated bezel that you can use to break things, or people for that matter. Has an orange peel reflector, and down in there is the Luminous SST70 LED. I can't say I know much about LEDs, I just know that when I click the back, light comes out of them. But for all of you people that are interested, that's what's down in there. And it puts out light at 6,500 Kelvin, so a little bit on the cool side. This light is large enough that if you wanted to use this bezel to break stuff, similar to this one is, your hand's gonna be a little bit closer to the edge of the light, but this one, it's back a little bit farther, such that if you wanted to strike something or someone or try and break some glass with this, you could. Although, warning, if you're gonna break glass, really wear gloves if you have the chance, because your hand is gonna probably fall through the glass with this, and I've taken care of too many glass injuries, and I don't enjoy sewing them up, so careful with that. This light is rechargeable, as I mentioned, and there's this little rubber flap right here. You lift that up, insert the USB-C cable, it will charge at 2 amps and goes from 0 to full in about 3.5 hours. So not super quick, but you know, if you're gonna charge it overnight, not a huge deal, I suppose. And then this flaps back down and seals that for water protection. The light has 2 different modes, a tactical mode and an outdoor mode. The tactical mode first, the main button here actuates a full-on 3,200 lumens. You can half press it momentary, or you can click it on to full brightness and click it back off. And then the mode button goes into a strobe. And if you hold it down for more than a second or so, it will stay on. It's an alternating speed strobe, and then click it and it goes back off. So only 2 modes in the tactical mode, full bright and strobe. Click it on, momentary, hold the strobe, and if you hold it, it stays on. Pretty straightforward. When you turn the light on, there is a light right here, and that will light up green. When the battery is greater than 70% charged, it goes orange, 30 to 70%, red, less than 30%, and flashing red, less than 10%, so you can get an idea of where you are in the battery charge. Now, to change between the two modes, you hold down the mode selector button, which is right here. You hold it down for 5 seconds. This will turn on, giving you the battery indicator, and then eventually it will start flashing like that. And then you simply click the main button and you switch. So now it is in the outdoor mode. Now in the outdoor mode, the main button always goes to that turbo 3200 lumens, either momentary or click it on. The mode selector button will come on to the moonlight mode. So you either can do it momentary and it'll go back off. There you can see it. Or if you hold it down for about a second, it will stay on at that moonlight 5 lumens, and then press it again and it will ramp up. Low, medium, high, turbo, low, medium, high, turbo. It just goes between all of them. And then to turn it off, hold it down and it will go off. If you want to go into the SOS when the light is on, you hold down that mode selector button and it will eventually go into the 100 lumen SOS. Runtimes in this to get these out of the way. 5 lumens for 240 hours, 100 lumens for 20 hours, 400 lumens for 7 hours, and then that turbo of 3200 lumens for 3 minutes, and then it ramps down to 800 lumens for 4 hours. The strobe is 3200 lumens, and then that SOS, like I mentioned, 100 lumens. Looking at the light outside, it does have a pretty good throw to it. Shining it across a football field, it really gets most of the way across the football field and then some. So this is really a decent amount of a thrower. They say that it will throw 324 meters. Again, realistic, useful distance. Are you going to be able to see quite that far with the naked eye and a light at night? I would say this probably doesn't go quite that far as a realistic, useful distance, but still, you get plenty of distance with this thing outside. So overall for this light, I love that it has the 2 modes depending on what you might need. I love that the tactical mode has that always on turbo and the strobe depending on what you want. The only thing I would say about the tactical mode is that if you want to do momentary in the heat of the moment, you may accidentally click it all the way on and not intend to. So that's one downside. It's not truly momentary, but it is a reasonable amount of force. But again, heat of the moment, a lot of pressure, you may click it all the way on when you're trying just to kind of sweep a room. But I like that. I like the instant access to turbo from all the modes. In the outdoor mode, I like that you go to that low output of 5 lumens. But again, if you are somewhere where you need to suddenly see far, you can click right onto that turbo. So I really like the output of this. And I like that you can control it all from that tail button without having to kind of turn your hand over like it is on a lot of lights where you got to kind of go back and forth between it. So check this one out. I do like it. I like this one. And if you want something a little bit smaller, check out the XT2CR. I don't know how they come with the names for these. They're a little challenging. XT2CR Pro. I'll put the links to this as well. And if you want something a little bit bigger, a little bit brighter, there's the XT21C. Check them both out, but this video is about this one, XT21C. Check it out. Catch you next time.